Vlog day 2.
That's it.
That's it.
Second day.
Vlog's done.
That's awesome.
Hanging out because it's rainy and it's coronavirus quarantine. Got some of the boys drinking some, you know.
White Claw, baby.
Oh, you know. By the way,
Sponsor.
we should talk about this because this is the second one I've had, and you know, I'm a bourbon guy. I drink a lot of bourbon and then some Corona because. Not because coronavirus, but because Corona's
They're
wonderful.
stock out.
Yeah. However, this White Claw is amazing. I don't know what people were thinking when they made fun of them, but this is wonderful and refreshing. That's all the updates I have so far. We'll see what else happens. So what else happened was that I forgot to turn my mic on while filming. I know. In the meantime, I will narrate what we were talking about, such as Harrison saying, "Look at my R8, it's so cool," and me saying, "My Wraith is better, it's more orange." And then also we were talking about where to go to lunch, to which we decided to get some tacos, and this is me opening the coach doors of the Wraith. Coach doors, not suicide doors, they'll have you know. And a close-up of my Wraith seat, because, again, I'm learning how to film properly. And by the way, for anyone who's wondering, it is very, very hard to hold a camera properly with one hand while safely driving with the other. It's not an ideal situation. In the long term, I'm going to have to get some gear to help me mount some things. I'm pretty sure that's how the professionals do it, to which I am very far from, obviously. I'm certainly not the best at it, and here's me trying to hold it up and failing at that as well. And we're heading down here on West Paces Ferry here in Buckhead, which is where both Harrison and I live, to the taco joint called the Velvet Taco. Shout out Velvet Taco, give me some free tacos. But one of the reasons why I love the Velvet Taco so much is, in addition to their excellent tacos, of course, is that they're also open pretty late. And given that I'm such a night owl, that works really well for me, and I'm there like 2 or 3 times a week, where I was before the coronavirus quarantine. And as you can see, there are Nick and Harrison backing the R8 into a parking space because they think they're so cool. Obviously, I think I'm pretty cool because I backed into mine, as you can see, because I'm facing them. This is us hanging out, eating some tacos, which we enjoyed very much, along with some margaritas and the beautiful weather on that day. And then I headed to Whole Foods as well to grab a bag of groceries, and my plan was to head back to the house and play some Call of Duty later, which I did. Day 2 of the vlog.
Even underground blows up cars, you know?
Playing with the boys in between editing day 1 of the vlog. So it's been an interesting day of learning how to use the Adobe products that I've never used before, but it shouldn't be too bad once I get the hang of it. So in the meantime, we're gonna keep playing some of this and we'll get back to it. So welcome everybody to the part of the video where I talk about what I like to do with my time around 3 o'clock in the morning. This is Call of Duty, one of just a few video games that I play right now. I actually picked this game up a few weeks ago to play with some of my friends who said, "Hey man, it's a great game, you should get back into it." I might have played it once or twice in the past, but now I've started to play a little more and I love it. I used to play some competitive and professional gaming 16, 17 years ago, matter of fact. But after that, I kind of started a few companies and never really got back into it until recently. So it is one of my first loves, gaming, and as you can see right now, this is just a few edited clips of me just jumping into a domination game, which is instead of just killing each other, there are objectives where there's 1, 2, 3 flags on a map, and you want to kind of capture those flags, sit on them, and for a few seconds, and then it becomes yours. That is the objective, but probably because I'm garbage, I like to play the objective games. Most of my friends prefer to just run around killing each other, which makes sense. It's a shooting game, first-person shooter. But this is one of the things I like to do is play the objectives and do some killing, mostly dying lately. But I'm still learning the game and getting better at it, but it's a lot of fun. Also, you might notice the graphics are impeccable, and oftentimes you get blown up by an RPG and you come back and do it all over again. So that's what we're seeing here, but there's a lot of versions to Call of Duty where you can play a multiplayer game like what I'm playing here. You can play different types of those multiplayer games and compete against other people, play with your teammates, things like that. But this version that I'm playing right now is just a regular multiplayer game. Recently they came out with a mod called Warzone, and that is much more of a battle royale, meaning like 150 people play in the same game. This one really only has probably about 10 people in it, whereas the Warzone version, which I'm going to right now, and you'll see, changed for everybody to play. It's free to download and free to play. You don't have to own the whole Call of Duty game to do it, much like Fortnite, whereas this kind of drops you into a large area, and it's a Call of Duty version of it. Just like Fortnite, the areas get smaller and smaller, and other games that you may have heard of, by the way. Fortnite's not the only one, but this Battle Royale genre is something that Call of Duty has just gotten into maybe last week. So it's pretty exciting, a lot of fun. It might just be me, but the most fun I have is parachuting from the plane that drops you in, and I like seeing the world around it. It's just fun. I'm not the type who jumps out of airplanes. If you are, great. I feel like it's something like this. I mean, you don't jump out of your parachute, then turn it back on again to shoot people in the air, which, by the way, never really ends up pretty well. But this is me heading to the spot that my teammates and I have decided to go to, and what you do in this mod is really survive. So this is the typical Warzone game. I actually prefer Plunder, which is another version where you run around finding money. The goal is to make as much money as possible, so you find it in houses like this. So this chest here that I just opened up, I'm going to be grabbing some weapons, things like that. You drop in with nothing, and then you go find some stuff in this large world. That's an armor plate that you put in, that I'm doing right now, shoving it into my shirt. It's somewhat realistic, other times not, but it's a lot of waiting and waiting and waiting. And you might notice that you play with 3 people. I have 2 other teammates. These happen to be Donald Trump and Mike Pence. So, you know, I'm happy they took some time out of their busy days to come play with me. That's cool. But it's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of just surviving, going to the edges of the zones and staying alive. A lot of people play it differently, but that's really what the game is all about, is just surviving to the end. So you're the last person standing. In any case, this is where I'm going to get shot here. Yep, because I didn't see the guy in the door. But what is also fun about this game is when you die, you don't just die. You'll see in a moment. Your teammates can revive you, matter of fact. So you die and you lay on the ground for a while, bleeding out. Your teammates, and you can see my teammates, Donald Trump and Mike Pence there, not helping me out. Thanks, guys. So I died, and it's not permanent, though, because you get captured. You go to the gulag, and you're going to be able to get into a cage match to possibly come back. So as you can see, I'm thrown into a jail cell in the gulag, and now I get the opportunity to come back, and before I get to fight, I can watch other people fight. And what's also fun about this is you can throw rocks to people actually fighting each other. So it's something to do while you're spectating, I guess, and waiting till you get to fight. But that's the part of, and now I'm back into it, obviously. So I'm about to fight and see if I can get back into the game. I lose some stuff, but I can come back in. So it's a one-on-one, and you can see my grenade hit him there, and I could probably just shoot him once, and I'll win. And I miss, and I miss, and I miss, and then he shoots me, and I die. Because, again, I'm garbage at this game, but I'm working on it. So now you get to spectate, because I'm dead and I'm not coming back, but your teammates can actually buy you back. So in this one, Donald Trump is dead too. Mike Pence is still out there, though, but he's not going to buy me back, so I leave the game. That's all for this installment, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I don't really know what I'll be talking more about or doing. I'm just gonna kind of go with it. And as you can see, I'm just finishing up editing this video right now. But let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. I'm happy to certainly take into consideration what you guys think is entertaining or valuable. I'm already looking at a lot of them from the first video and getting some ideas. So please subscribe and also hit the little bell, which is the notification to let you know next time I put a video out, because I am going to try to be doing these more often and faster. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time.